The taobao haul before 11/11. Starting off with two lip clays from CC. Shade 1. It is such a bright lip shade. I actually have not tried these until today when I put it on. Ooh! How come it's brown? Here it is, shade 2. It is a bright red. Oh, look at how bright this thing is. I have on only a light layer and I already think it is too much. Ah! Luckily I have this. No way I'm gonna touch this with my fingers. It's here. I'm gonna check the purchase history right now and see how it actually looks like, because I would not think I would buy such a shade. Oh yeah, I guess it is pretty red. This one. Yeah, I guess. It does brighten your whole complexion though instantly. Quite pretty, I have to admit. Time for this brown shade. Ooh, I like this shade already. Muted cinnamon beige. It might look dark on a swatch. With a light layer on like I have, it can come off as a very gentle shade. If you do a darker layer like I have on my hand right here, it can give off a more bold vibe. Formula is also very thin, light and comfortable. Cool to help you apply your lip products. This one is in the mini version. In my previous haul, I actually bought the big version. Here is the mini version just for comparison. Have a look at the size difference. Small enough to fit my thin lips, so I definitely recommend this. Smaller version also comes with a cap, so you can cap it up and bring it on the go. The best thing about this is that you don't need to wash it. Take some of this, so it's red right now, and then I can just clean it off with even a dry tissue paper like that, and then most of it will be gone. If you want to be more sanitary, you can clean it off with a tissue with makeup remover and it will be as good as new. Very convenient. Two pink dual fiber stippling blush brushes. Only one reason about this, the aesthetic. Look at this pink aesthetic. I can't resist this. It works fine, just like a regular blush brush. Matte pink handle. 8 makeup brushes, all from the same brand. I bought off Pinduoduo. 4 different designs, 2 each. More precise eyeshadow work or for your under eyes. This one for contour or even blending out your eyeshadow. Standard nose contour brushes. Medium sized eyeshadow brush. The whole user experience this has given me is pretty average. A little bit disappointed because they look so pretty. Look at their grey hair. The aesthetics, I think it is largely because of this handle and how this handle feels, because when I use it, this handle is just causing a lot of friction so that I can't really maneuver the brush properly. It's a smooth handle, but the user experience, you know, it's not that great. Brushes from Jie I really like this brand. After trying some of their eyeshadow brushes, I've ventured into some of their other different brushes. 2 highlight brushes made of different hairs. Very comfortable using it as a highlight brush. The bristles here are not too long. It gives you just the right amount of control you need to apply your highlight. 3 nose contour brushes. Fits well right here. Bristles are not too long. Also not too flimsy or not too packed together. Gives you the right amount of control so that you don't really need to use too much force or too little force in order to brush your product on here. This series they have with this brown handle, it's called the Nanfeng 系列. The brushes I've bought from this series so far, I love. I want to show you this brush because it is so interesting. It has such an interesting shape. Ray brush hairs are my favorite. I can't resist this. Brand is xian, more suitable for highlight. Bristles are long and they are quite fluffy. 2 highlight palettes from CC. There are 3 highlights in one small little palette. Palette 1 consists of more cool tone shades. Palette 2 has a warmer color scheme. The micro glitters itself are very fine. They all have a transparent base. Cushion from the brand Xiu full cream foundation in a cushion form. 2 variations for this, one for dry skin and one for oily skin. The one I have is for dry skin. Coverage is a good medium. Lasts pretty well throughout the day. The only issue I have with this is that it is a little bit darker than my skin tone. Finish of this is very pretty as well. Very natural, almost like skin. It's not too matte. Kaleidos contour palette in their lightest shade, shade S00. Like, hello! I wasn't informed that they released a lighter shade. Actually glad that they released it in S00. I put the 2 shades up for comparison. You can have a look. I definitely prefer S00 much more. The contours from Kaleidos are very pigmented, so if you are going for a more natural contour look like I usually would, you have to go in with a lighter hand. But if you want a sharper look, this palette can help you achieve that because of how pigmented the powder is. I also really like the powder quality of their matte highlight. It brightens the area very well and it also gives a little bit of a blurry effect. 3 eyeliners from CC, 2 of which are just white felt tip eyeliners. I personally hate felt tip eyeliners, but I've searched high and low and it seems impossible to find a brush tip white liner. So I eventually settled for these. A red liner with a brush tip. It has a fine tip. 3 concealers from CC, one of which is an orange color correcting shade. We have also a brightening shade and a regular concealing shade. These have a thicker texture than your usual liquid concealers. Almost like a clay or a cream formula. If you use too much of this, the concealer cannot blend into your base product underneath. So it's like one patch of another product sitting on your whole face. To use this the right way, you have to use it in very tiny amounts. Coverage is just that of your regular concealers, nothing too crazy. 3 lip shades from CC that I have not tried. I'm a little bit nervous to try them after I've tried the first lip glaze. But we're gonna try it together for the first time right now. Shade 01 is this soft bright pink. This pink is so gentle looking. Shade 02 is a soft, gentle, everyday red with a hint of orange. Prettier than I expected, just that it might be a little bit too dark for my liking. Shade 03, it is a cool-toned bright pink shade. Almost has a hint or two of Barbie in it. It's lovely and bright, but at the same time not too loud. It gives a little bit of that naughty vibes. This texture is not for me. It's a little bit sticky, almost like a lip gloss texture, and I don't want that. They also do stain quite a bit. 3 brushes from Mei Nu Lang. Repurchase of the concealer brush that I have been extremely into recently. It has an angle so it fits nicely on your face and it blends your concealer out. 2 of these brushes which I have had my eyes on for quite a while. They are of the same shape. This one I use as a blush brush. This one you can use as a smaller blush brush, or you can use it to apply your highlight. You can use this to apply cream highlight. I've used it to apply powder highlights as well. Works well. The only blush brush I've been using recently, and I'll tell you why right now. Because of these 3 blushes. From Candy Bella. Almost like a cream blush. They have a putty texture. Stunning blushes. All I've been using recently. These 3 colors. Favorite has got to be the pink. This bright pink shade. It actually has pink and blue glitter mixed into it. Gives it that extra pop of dimension. Might look like a very bright color, but it can pull off as a blush. Not too brightening. Purple shade, it looks like a brightening shade also, but it is not. Can pull off as a blush. In fact, it is a little bit too dull to work as a brightening shade. Sometimes I wear this on its own, and sometimes I mix it with this pink shade. Almost muted cinnamon shade. Muted brown peachy beige shade. Did not expect to like this. I actually have this shade on today. It gives off very fall vibes. Warm and cozy. Gonna add a little bit on. Brings that atmospheric vibe out. The only regret I have is not buying them earlier. Body essence from the brand Bathfeel. A mix of water and oil. Just shake it up. Spray it all over. There's some AHA in it. It helps to exfoliate. Body lotions take a whole lot of time to apply. It's just a huge hassle. So I thought if I bought this spray thingy, I can just spray it all over after I take a shower and it's done. It has squalene in it, and if I'm not wrong, another type of nut oil. So it is technically a body oil. Light, earthy rainforest scent, relaxing and comforting. Packaging is not the best. The bottle is a very cheap plasticky bottle. This nozzle, it sprays out well. When the mist comes out, it just kind of lands on you very lightly. If you look at this cap, the product is all over the cap. It kind of leaked. When I first got it and when I opened it, it was already like that. As you use it, it kind of leaks as well. So the whole packaging is not really the best. The scent and how the product makes me feel is what I really like. So much so that I would seriously reconsider repurchasing this. I wish you can smell this through the screen because I want to share with you how this feels. I love it. Thickening scalp spray from the brand Roamusic. Skincare product for your scalp. Helps with regulating the oil production on your scalp. Comes like that and you have to shake it up. I spray it in my freshly washed hair after I take a shower. Light, earthy, citrusy scent. There is also a cooling feeling when you spray it in your scalp. Apparently it contains a patented formula or ingredient that they came up with themselves that helps in scalp care. The palette I have for my eyes today is from CC in the shade 01 Crisp Waffle. Has a mix of soft peachy beige tones with a hint of red. Can create you very gentle and everyday looks. This blinding glitter shade does not have a base shade. Has a mix of champagne silver and a little bit of gold micro glitter. This red shade, there is a little bit of gold glitter. Palette 2 Raspberry Latte has warmer shades. The glitters in this glitter shade is mainly gold micro glitter. This one has a mix of gold and silver micro glitter on a peach base. This palette not only creates you softer looks but also bolder looks. 2 more of these concealers from Red Earth in collaboration with Wayne Goss in their 2 other darker shades 02 and 03. Gives almost a satin finish. Definitely one of the better concealers I have used in quite a long time. Talked about it in my previous haul video, so you can go check it out. Highlight from CC in the shade 02. This is how it looks like. It's an everyday highlight. When you look at it, instead of giving... oh, you can see it's right here because I just applied it again. As the light hits, it just gives this pink glow. More of a natural sheen than a blinding, extravagant one. The only issue I have with this is its matte packaging. When I got it, it was already all sticky, so that was not cool. One huge brush here. Can you guess what I bought it for? A Devo fiber stippling brush. It is not even made of animal hair, it's made of synthetic hair because I bought this to specifically apply my sunscreen. That's how much I not like applying things with my fingers. You know how sometimes after you apply sunscreen, there's this layer of feeling on your hand and you have to wash it away. You can't wipe it away. But after that I got lazy. I used this brush to apply my primer as well. So now this is a very dirty brush. I need to go wash it soon. Great because it's huge, so it is pretty effortless to get everything on. This is a regular blush brush. This is the huge foundation brush. Very convenient. Great tool to have. 11/11 is around the corner. I can't wait. 11/11 is going to start around 20 something of October already. I can already feel the excitement, like give me all the good deals. I hope you look forward to my 11/11 hauls. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!